What's good, Star Wars fans? So, we're getting a prequel of a prequel. Well, this certainly came out of the blue, but it's been recently announced by Disney that they'll be producing a second Star Wars live-action series. This time on Cassian Andor, the male lead from Rogue One. Currently, there isn't that much information on what the series will entail. All we know right now is that it's gonna be about Cassian's time with the newly formed rebellion before the events of Rogue One, with production set to start next year, but no release date as of yet. It's also been described as a rousing spy thriller that'll be filled with espionage and daring missions to restore hope to a galaxy in the grip of a ruthless empire. Now, I've already seen some fans unhappy with this decision, saying we got Solo, a movie no one asked for, and now we're getting a TV show about Cassian that no one asked for. And well, I can't exactly argue with that. They got a point. But then again, just because I didn't ask for it doesn't mean I don't want it, especially after hearing about it now. As most of you know, Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie from the Disney era, and one of my top 3 most loved Star Wars movies of all time. I love and can't get enough of the Galactic Civil War era in Star Wars. As well, I like the character of Cassian Andor, and Diego Luna in general is a fantastic actor. So to get a show with all of that in it? Yeah, for sure, sign me up! Especially just thinking about the possibilities for this show has got me really excited, I'm not gonna lie. More so than The Mandalorian, to be honest. Never thought I'd say that. When I think about it, this show has potential to be more of what I originally intended Rebels to be, or if anything, the adult version of Star Wars Rebels. Just to see more of Cassian in his undercover spy operations and the difficult choices he had to make for the rebellion will be something fresh and dark. Especially seeing as how in Rogue One they tried to show more of the morally gray side of the Rebel Alliance as opposed to the mostly pristine do-gooders of the original trilogy. So without a doubt, this series is going to be aiming for a darker tone. Especially when you consider that insurgencies in general are messy affairs with high stakes. And if you want to win, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty, which we've seen Cassian already do. But there is other things that I'd like to see on the show as well. Personally, I think it would be really cool if the series was called Star Wars Fulcrum, and it's really about the whole Rebel spy network with Cassian as the lead character, of course. Not to mention, it would also be a good chance to introduce a live-action version of Kallus. And hey, in a perfect world, Ahsoka as well. However, due to the events in Rebels, she's technically been lost for like 2 to 3 years before the events of Rogue One to the end of Episode 6. But on the flip side, this announcement also means that we could maybe see a lot of the main cast from Rogue One make a comeback for the show, like Alan Tudyk as K2SO, Alistair Petrie as General Draven, Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma, and Jimmy Smits as Bail Organa. And come on, you can never have enough Jimmy Smits, am I right? Although on a somewhat humorous note, I also think it would be hilarious if they somehow fit Jabba the Hutt on the show as well, just so Cassian could meet him and touch his belly. Because yeah, if you don't know, Diego Luna is an insane Jabba fan to the point where it's creepy but funny at the same time.
Jabba, come on, touching his, like his belly, like, oh, I was so tempted.
Jabba, I want to touch Jabba. I know it sounds gross, but it might be delicious.
Rather French kiss Jabba the Hutt or punch an Ewok in the face?
Can you describe French kiss?
I believe the definition, and help me out. Oh yeah, you're right. I believe there's tongue probably involved, right? Yes.
I think that is the definition of French kiss.
Then I'll say the kiss with Jabba.
Oh, that's part. You enjoy that part. That's what you want.
Jabba is an amazing character. Come on, I have it like it's this big, the one I have, and he's always there looking at me. It's lovely, and the texture.
I'm just like
the texture. I'm very curious to actually touch that texture.
Looks a little slimy to me. Looks a little.
I don't think he'd have a nice tongue.
Yeah, no. Remember that time he got like slipped around?
This is just me.
You got to defend this.
The good thing is it's just me, so
Right.
I mean.
You're entitled to your questionable opinion.
Yeah, I've been dreaming with Jabba for.
He's really hot.
And every time I date someone, I'm just looking for it.
Can't you be more like Jabba?
Jabba.
It's quite an interesting character, and I don't know, that texture of his skin is just something that obsesses me.
Jabba. I've always wanted to touch him. Like the texture of Jabba is something I need to discover.
And then I'm obsessed with the texture of Jabba. You never dreamed about touching Jabba? I mean, it must be quite disgusting.
Speak for yourself.
So what do you all think about this new series? I'm not gonna ask anyone if they asked for it because probably not many people did, but now that the cat is out of the bag, are you excited for it as much as I clearly am? And what characters, planets, and storylines would you want to see shown on it? As always, let me know in the comments down below. But for all your Star Wars news, keep it here to Silo. This is N7 from Silo, signing off.